Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be a weekly read from May 19th through the 25th as we come into Memorial Day weekend. So first things first, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Really, this channel would not be here today without each and every one of you guys. It builds me up just as much to know that these messages resonate with you. And also too to hear and share your stories with you guys and celebrate your successes together. So thank you guys so much. So to get us started here, as we come into this week, on the 19th, the sun is in Taurus and it's going to be sextile with Neptune, which is in Pisces. And so it's a wonderful time for charitability. For opportunities that are like even volunteer opportunities, but either way, it's a great time to really get energy moving in that way. To give and to give is to receive and vice versa. And so there's going to be a lot of potential opportunities coming your way in that fashion that'll allow you to really help make an impact in the community that surrounds you. Whether that be in personal relationships, in your town or township, city, or even too in your relationships in the way of family and friends. Also too, the moon, which is going to be moving over, or I shouldn't say that, but is going to be moving from Virgo to Libra, is going to be in opposition with Mars, which is currently in Aries. And so it can lead to some overspending. So just kind of watch that. Make sure to remember not to overcommit yourself, not to try to overcommit yourself. But either way, financial opportunities will best be better done later in the week, and we'll get into that astrologically. But to start things off for your energy, what I see here coming towards you this week right away is temptation. You have options, basically. Also, too, you've got some imagination and some inspiration. You're being led by your creativity. But either way, you've got a choice to make. And like I say, you've got some options here on the table to contend with or to deliberate. Now, also, too, what's nice is the moon's going to be moving from Libra over into Scorpio on the 20th. And this week is actually kind of fun because we also have the flower moon, which is the full moon. And as you know, I just love the dramatics of astrology and even astronomy, because basically the flower moon is a point, the flower full moon, I should say, this year is actually going to be an opportunity where the moon is going to pass in front of the red star called Antares, which is the brightest star in Scorpio. And so it really encourages us to basically, it brings on, I should say, so the full flower moon allows us to really enjoy and celebrate the renewal of life. It's also known as the planting moon as well as the frog moon. But either way, what it also spiritually represents for us is it allows us an opportunity to let out our deepest feelings and to become more vulnerable. And so it's, like I say, it's astronomy-wise, it's very dramatic and very passionate in the way where basically the moon will be crossing the heart of Scorpion. So that being said, coming into this week, like I say, on the 20th, once the moon moves into Scorpio, it's going to be easier to deal with severe changes. And so what I see here is, again, Spirit is just saying, like, you are, and I've seen this come up several times now, but you are one step away from success. But the biggest thing out of the Three of Wands that I'm getting here is through exploring new opportunities, remaining committed to completion, you'll be able to see through these options and use your foresight for the clear way to go. And with the Four of Wands, there is absolutely harvest and prosperity ahead for you. More importantly, too, you'll be moving into a place of stability and peace. And it'll be a good marriage for you, whether it be in business, career-wise, if you're moving, coming into a new community, trying to put your roots down. Also, too, contractual obligations, whether you're looking for a new home, looking to relocate and, kind of make those big purchase contracts. Also, too, even with different types of options, say, I'm just trying to think, but like new relationships, new career movements, new physical movements even. But either way, basically like really getting things solidified and knowing which option to go with. Now on the 21st, the moon is also going to be in opposition with Mercury, which is in Taurus. So you'll also have a little help with heightened spiritual gifts at this time. So your third eye will be open and will absolutely be clear and be helpful, where you'll be able to deliberate these with your Virgo strength, the pros and the cons, and more importantly, make a good spiritual enlightenment decision in the way where your head, your heart, and your spirit are all aligned on the right path. And like I say, what Spirit's saying here with the Judgment card is you're making a call. Utilizing that third eye, you'll feel and experience the awakening and the epiphany that you're really trying to seek at this time. And it'll be like an instant realization, basically. So be prepared for that. But either way, it's one that you'll be able to do with resolution. And more importantly, really, it'll provide forward movement with a rebirth, with a renewal. And also, too, with, like I say, absolution. Now, I do want to also say, too, on the 22nd, the moon, which is in Scorpio, is going to be trine with Pisces and Saturn. And so this is also an opportunity. Again, this is a great time to make financial decisions or big decisions because you will have emotional control and emotional intelligence at your side. It's a great time for making financial decisions. Also, too, if you're looking at going into any type of presentation or collaboration with powerful business opportunities or business partners, the sun's going to be moving into Gemini. And so it's also trine with with Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And so it's a great time to tune into that spiritual self. And also, too, it's kind of forecasted that business with powerful people and opportunities in that way will come out in your favor. So, like I say, at the beginning of the week, if you're making any big decisions, wait until that Scorpio moon and wait until we get into that full moon, especially if you can. Now, with the Page of Wands in reverse, basically what Spirit is saying here is if you have been experiencing a lack of progress, feeling like you're getting kicked with just a lot of no's or a lot of bad news or a lot of blockages that, have led you to feel afraid of exploring new opportunities, that's going to be changing this week. That's what you've been experiencing. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. That way we can also help lift you up and help support you, because I get it. It's so easy to let fear lead us into that analysis paralysis aspect. But with the full moon, it's basically on the 23rd, it's going to be moving basically into Sagittarius. And so it's all about education. And so let your friends help you for what we're stronger together. And so if there's things that you don't know, reach out for help. Reach out to those subject matter experts that really know the nature of the business or the detail that you're looking for so that you can make the best decision for your highest and greatest good. But really, it's a point where knowledge is power, and it's really going to help us with that. Also, too, on the 24th, the moon is going to still be in Sag, but it's going to be square with Saturn, which is in Pisces. And so, like I say, between the 21st and the 23rd, as we walk into that full moon, it allows us to get in touch with those deepest feelings, that renewal and rebirth of life, and move towards a more vulnerable opportunity or position. With the square aspect between the moon and Saturn, it will also basically lead to a bit of unfocusedness. It'll kind of be a wobbly point in the week here. So don't be surprised if you're just feeling a little down or a little weighed down on the 24th. If that's the case, by all means, hold on to the 25th, because no worries at all. The moon's going to be moving over into Capricorn, and we are going to get some help there as well. So basically, with a Capricorn moon, especially as we're coming out of that full moon, it's a wonderful time where it helps us with our concentration, with our determination, our seriousness, as well as our deliberation. And so it's a time where basically we will walk into things with a resolute confidence. And especially with the options here on the table, It's really going to help you with basically any decision that you make during that full moon aspect. It's going to only reaffirm that you're making the right decision here for you. And basically what Spirit's saying with the Two of Cups is you will absolutely receive cooperation during this time, with reaching out to people for collaboration, using resources for knowledge, learning from those who are here to help you. This is an opportunity where you will absolutely have success and harmony. Also, too, a lot of compatibility, too. If you guys have been experiencing some conflict, some adversity where you're just not flowing or jiving with, receiving those no's where it seems like more of a personal aspect or bias that's inflicting you, you will see the opposite coming through here. There's collaboration, there's compatibility, there's friendship on the table, and possibly even reconciliation with the past, too. And so also on the 25th, Jupiter is going to be helping us too, because it's going to be moving over into Gemini. And so, like I say, this week is wonderful in the way where we've got that full moon and the drama where the moon's passing in front of the heart of the Scorpion. And then from there, we're going to be seeing that Geminian energy, that air energy, that dreamer. And so there's a lot of love, basically. You'll be feeling very much a loving and, feeling the love all around you, both within and all around you. You'll see that support. You'll also find a lot of strength in writing and communication. You'll also be very good at math or tech. But either way, you'll be in love with learning, and it'll help you with that clear mind and that optimism about learning new things, taking new adventures. But Jupiter's going to be helping with lift you up out of that square alignment between the moon and Saturn during this time. So Spirit, help us here with a few more messages as we move into that full moon. How can we best make some good financial decisions this week, good career moves? It sounds like we've got a lot of options here on the table. What best sign will help direct us? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And so what Spirit is saying here with the Knight of Wands in reverse is that really what's going to cause hesitation during this time is insecurity, or a feeling of insecurity, or a lack of confidence. And so now is the time really to take advantage of that full moon, take advantage of that Scorpion energy with making difficult decisions clear-minded and open-heartedly, and also take advantage of those Mercury alignments, as well as those Pluto alignments, so that you can connect with that third eye and really make sure that it's a mind, body, and spirit decision that you're choosing. And then Spirit, help guide us a little bit more. Okay. So what I see here is basically Spirit's recommending a prioritization. Look at where you want to go, but then start breaking it down into a practical plan. Basically, look at your 5-year plan, look at your 2-year plan, look at your 1-month plan, and learn basically the prioritization of what needs to happen. That'll help you with putting things in order, as well as looking at, okay, well, this option will serve me now. How will it serve me down the road? That way you can set yourself up for success. What I also see in the Two of Pentacles, though, is you will be juggling and multitasking. This will take some balancing. This will take some harmonization. But either way, what it also says is Spirit wants to remind you of there's unlimited potential that you have the ability to tap into. You write your story. And through that integrity, through that truth, what I also see here is that good karma is on your side, and the scales will balance in your favor, basically. Libran energy is on your side. Also, Taurian energy is on your side. What I also see here, too, with the Justice card is that if anyone has been feeling or experiencing any type of injustice, if there's the powers that be basically have not been siding, how to put that in a graceful way, just to speak plainly, through abuse of power that you've witnessed, through misrepresentations or false accusations, just, like I say, an abuse of power that's been used against you, there could be some legality issues that I see here at hand. And what I do see with both of these is that justice is in your favor. And so there's something that's coming out from the past here as well, where there's some truth basically finally coming to light. Now, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, what I also see in this past aspect is that it's left you to experience instability, material and money loss. It's also caused you to save money. You've taken that and risen to the challenge in the way that you've been very miserly. You've got the Midas touch. And so what you touch turns to gold, but also too, you spend frugally. You look at the need of spending. You also too, though, have remained very generous. There's a strong amount of charity associated with this. And through that cleverness, through using your assertiveness in the right ways, your quick wit, as well as your ambition and your communication, I do see this going in your favor. And like I say, it's something from the past where basically, excuse my language, but basically people took advantage, misrepresented you, took action against you and abused power, and then also threw rocks and hid their hands. That, for whatever reason, is now coming to light. There are things being uncovered, and there's somebody in the justice system, basically, that is now starting to really shine the light. So I do see that there's an advocate from the past that, for lack of a better way of putting it, is kind of coming clean, if you will, to save their own skin, but it also, too, will exonerate you. It'll show people basically how deep this misrepresentation, this abuse of power actually truly went, and where you've stayed silent, you've chosen to focus on your progress, on learning, on protecting yourself, on getting out of the situation. You've used your intuition and your spirituality, and also too, your angels have protected you during this time. Not without consequence too, though. Like I say, there's been a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of deceit that you've experienced and have really struggled through with trying to heal from this hidden enemy aspect. But what I see here again is that justice is on your side. Basically, what was done in the dark will come to light. And that's kind of the thing too, where when the moon passes in front of that red star in Taurus, the brightest star in Scorpion, it's kind of like the heart of, or Scorpius, which is basically the heart of the Scorpion. That's touching on the vulnerable, what's the deepest, darkest feelings, what's been done in the deepest, darkest shadows. And like I say, through the Hierophant in reverse, you will be liberated from this. Whatever has been following you or has been attached to you, you've gone a different path. You've liberated yourself from this. Also, too, you have taken a non-traditional education and a non-conformity to your path. And because of it, because you stood in your power and you stood true to you and stood in your truth and integrity, you will receive your 10 of Pentacles. Something is coming in as justice for you that will incur basically lasting wealth and prosperity. This will lead you to financial security. It'll also provide a foundation. But what I also see too is a potential business partners coming in to help. And more importantly, this is your fresh start. There is prosperity. There is success. You are meeting challenges, and people are seeing you for exactly the gifts that you are, not for whatever was done against you or whatever was misrepresented about you and done in the dark behind your back. Now, at the bottom of the deck, I also see the Chariot. Basically, victory again is yours. This is the time where momentum will be headed or picking up, and more importantly, Spirit wants you to know that you are absolutely headed in the right direction. But it's through that vulnerability. Open yourself up to that emotional intelligence. And I think in a lot of ways, what was done in the past was meant to break you down. With that trine with Saturn and the moon, and having that emotional control walking into this full moon, you've got that on your side. You are headed in a right direction. You've got self-control and you're on a conquest. Victory is yours. And I do see travel as a side aspect to this. So if anyone is relocating because of this, had to relocate, or is continuing to relocate, I don't know, share your story in the comment below, but I do see travel on the way here. And with the Lovers card, I also see partnership. Two, just be careful if for those wanting to get in a relationship, there could be a potential of that. But if you're not, be careful of that because you're very fertile during this time. No pressure. But also too, just to kind of see what's, I promise I'll stop after these. But we've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. You know, what Spirit really wants to remind you of is now is the time. Looking at things that you are in the driver's seat of your life. You are in complete control. No one has that control or that power over you anymore. And this is the week where you finally get to really break free from that. And more importantly, where that really regrounds itself in you so that you make the best decisions for your highest and greatest good. And two, Spirit wants to remind you, use your perception. Remember, you are indomitable and that's my favorite word ever, and independent. You're standing in your principles. You're going your own way, and more importantly, for every time that you've gotten knocked down, you're getting right back up. Nothing can stop you. And so this is absolutely beautiful. If this resonates, by all means, and you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below. That way we can help lift you up, help celebrate this, because this is quite a transition. This is a journey, and this is a triumph is what I see. And so absolutely remember, if you are in a point where you've got so many options, you don't know where to go, remember, you will see that clarity through this week. And like I say, the full moon is really going to be helping you with that. It's going to be allowing you to open those deeper feelings, become more vulnerable. And also to, like I say, with the moon passing in front of the Scorpion's heart, what's done in the dark, or what has been done in the dark, will come to light. And justice will be yours. Now, I do also want to pull some Cosmo cards here, just to get some more help from the stars since it's so powerful this week. And so what we pulled is clear your mental and physical clutter. You will feel so much better. And so, like I say, that Scorpio moon is going to be helping us with dealing with severe changes, with some emotional control and intelligence. We'll get some help with the moon moving over into Sagittarius with giving us confidence, helping us get back up basically, and embracing that vulnerable side to us and standing in that strength. Because I think that's the main thing that I always, kind of find is that people look at vulnerability as a weakness when really, truly, it is such a strength to be able to fully shine as yourself in all your insecurities, in all your vulnerabilities, and still stand strong. That is such an ego death thing that most people find very hard to do. Most times we end up retreating into our ego to protect us. And so instead it's kind of like saying, hey, instead I'm going to hold my ego's hand because I know that we're stronger together. I don't need to hide behind it. And more importantly then too, having the moon move over into Capricorn like that, it will be by walking hand in hand with your ego after this full moon, and really embracing the feminine and the masculine in yourself, you will see that clarity. You will have that concentration, that seriousness and deliberation with knowing you're on the right path. And so at the top of the deck too, we also have be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. And so like I say too, if people have been pressuring you, or if you've been influenced by other people's thoughts and, and treatment of you, by all means, don't change yourself for anyone. Know that you are perfect just as you are, and we are all perfectly imperfect. That's what makes you beautiful. And then also too, bet on yourself and take chances. Reach your dreams. You got this. And so what I really get out of that is, don't be afraid. You are not alone. You may feel alone, and if you do, by all means, get into nature, reground yourself. Also too, if you need some pick-me-up, know that we're here on this channel for you too. So let us know in the comments below. That way we can help support you too. But either way, your ancestors are with you. Spirit is with you. The stars are aligning with you. And more importantly too, your angels are with you as well. You've got this. You were meant to do and achieve your dreams. And remember too, nothing that's ever meant for you will ever pass you by. And so I also want to go ahead and pull some spirit animal cards here too. That way you can get some extra assistance and energy and how we can best assert ourselves, best lift ourselves up this week, and best walk forward in our highest and greatest good. Okay, so what we've got is the Ram for perseverance. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. And so, like I say, if temptation has gotten you into analysis paralysis, if you've experienced no's in the past, it's the indomitable nature of you that will lead you to success. So don't give up. And like I say, if you need some pick-me-up to keep going, on this channel, this is a safe place to go. Let us know how we can help you. Let us know when you need a little bit of help. That way we can all support you, because there is love meant for you and we need you just as much. So, and then what I also have too is what we pulled is the orca whale, which is adventure. So dare to do things differently. I think in some ways having too many options has put you in a place of analysis paralysis, but also contentment where you're afraid to move in any direction. It's like you're almost accepting things as the way that they are, rather than wanting and moving towards what's truly meant for you. And so with this, it says basically, sing your wild song. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And so, like I say, for anyone that's been doubting themselves, lacking that confidence, know that Spirit sees you, we see you, and we see you shining. We see you when you shine. And with the tiger, it's the fire. Basically, I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. And so, like I say, you are not alone. Spirit is right here with you, assisting you, lifting you up every step of the way. And so if this resonates, like I say, please, by all means, help support the channel. Like, subscribe, share, or even even just listening. That always helps as well. But that way we can help the algorithms pick this up to get this out to as many Virgos as possible. Really, the goal with this channel when I created it was to create a safe space to help support each other along the way. And I chose Virgos, me being a Virgo, because I figured the best people I can read for are the people that I think most like, or that are made most like me, if you will, or where we can come together with a commonality. And so by all means, if this has resonated, if this helps, by all means, and you want to support the channel, all of your contributions truly help along the way. And so thank you guys to those that already have. Really, my life has changed with starting this channel and getting to know each and every one of you guys and to hear from all of you guys. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate it just as much. But so what I did was I pulled the Major Arcana out from this reading. For those that practice music therapy, this is a wonderful way to get your chakras opened up, get them moving again, get them realigned. And so what we've pulled here this time is a D sharp, D, C sharp, F sharp, B, and C. And so try and play around with those. Let us know how it goes. That way, for those that are interested in music, but have never tried necessarily doing improv, they can learn from your experience and you can help teach them along the way as well on how to use that for chakra healing. But either way, I hope this helps. Thank you guys so much again for all of your support and love. And thanks so much for listening. Love and light. And I'll see you in the next reading. Take care.